One of the first things black women love to say, and a prize or a medal that black women are always fighting for in my comments, is the fact that they don't wear sew-ins and weaves.
My biggest flex is being able to walk out the house with my natural hair and not a wig and weave in sight. Okay, that's the biggest flex. So when I tell you, I started wearing wigs and weave in 2019 when I was 19 years old. And now I am 26 years old and I am now embracing my natural hair, actually wearing my natural hair out in the world, actually taking a break from the wigs. It's been 4 months now that I have not put a wig on my head, and the growth and the health of my hair literally skyrocketed from the first time that I wore my hair. This was the first time that I wore my hair, and I took a break from the wigs, and now this is 3-4 months after, and when you could see the difference now. And I would say this is the most biggest flex, not being able to wear a textured wig that's not my texture, being able to embrace my natural hair and what a black woman originally is with their kinks and their curls. This is the biggest flex. I don't care what nobody got to say. The biggest flex as a black woman is being able to walk out the house with confidence with your natural hair without a wig and weave on your hair.
For whatever reason, black women and black men, especially black men, the ones power to the people, my sister, those are the main ones that's like, oh queen, if you don't wear your real hair, queen, you don't love yourself, queen.
Do certain black men believe that long hair looks more attractive on other races of women than black women? Yeah. In many cases, black men's criticism of black women wearing long weaves or extension does tie into internalized Eurocentric beauty standards. The subconscious or overt belief that straight long hair is inherently more attractive than black natural textures. And this is how it all plays out. 1. Eurocentric conditioning and the ideal woman. From childhood.
I'm sorry, don't want to listen to this.
Y'all think that shit cute? That's why y'all got alopecia on y'all head.
This video that you see here on the screen is basically a lady on YouTube who's showing how to wash your hair under a sew-in, which is basically what this young lady in the video here has on her head as well. Before we even get into what she's doing to wash her hair, I just want to make this statement. We live in a sick society. How can it not be mental illness for you to put somebody else's hair on your head and you're washing the hair and pretending like it's your hair? You don't like your hair so much that you have to get another woman's hair and put it on your head, and you're washing that other woman's hair?
And so again, why is this a question that they're only asking black women? So not everybody, like every man that goes bald doesn't want to be bald. Some aren't ready. Sometimes it happened before you wanted it to happen. Sometimes the balding and the thinning happens before you want it to happen. And because there are talented people that are skilled enough to put their expertise out there and give you a piece that defies reality, if there is an artist that can create illusions the way this barber just created this illusion, then why not? But if a black woman goes to another black woman to create an illusion, whether it is for something for her confidence, like this man is doing for his confidence, right? Whether it is him doing the, hold on, let me see. Whether it's him doing it for his own confidence or her own confidence, or they're doing it because it's easier or it's less time consuming or it's too hot or the weather, whatever the reason is, that's something that they want to do. And I don't think this man doesn't love himself. He just isn't ready to see himself without hair yet. Or, oh my God, I don't wear weaves, I don't wear bundles, I don't wear extensions. Black women, you need to stop wearing weaves. You need to love yourself. You don't love yourself. Oh, weaves are the reason for alopecia. Weaves and weaves and all of those braids and those weaves, that's the reason why black women don't got no hair.
Put the weave down and grow your own hair. I've had short hair the majority of my life, and when I'm giving you advice, it's because it's real. Knotless braids, box braids, honestly, any type of style that is adding hair, especially synthetic hair, is not good for length retention, and it's probably doing more harm than it's doing good. People see how long my hair is and they're constantly asking me, like, how did I get this? What should I do? What should I do? And the answer is honestly very simple. Plaits, like the ones I'm doing right now, chunky twists, mini twists, flat twists, mini braids, cornrows that are not too tight. Those are very simple styles that are effective for length retention and growing your hair long. You don't need to add weave. The weave is not helping you. It has not helped you in the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's not going to help you in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Put down the weave. When you add synthetic hair, especially to your hair strands, it rubs against your hair strands, making them very brittle, making them very dry, and makes them like break off and cut off very easily. Which, if you're trying to grow your hair down your back, you don't want to be losing inches to fake hair. People ask me, what about, human hair?
Oh, y'all get on
My
my
thing is,
nerves
why are you
so
spending
bad.
hundreds of dollars for somebody else's hair when you could be spending that money and that time and that energy growing your own hair? Your hair should be your first priority. If you want your hair to be long, you need to focus on your hair, not weave.
So this is my thing, and this conversation becomes so exhausting because for the life of me, Black women will not stop doing this. Everybody's hair grows from the time that you come out of your mama's stomach. Actually, before you come out of there, you have the anagen phase triggering within your body's gut. Okay, your hair is always growing. That's always the thing. Sometimes you don't see the manifestation of the growth because there are so many oils and butters and greases and stuff like that on the scalp that the hair can't protrude out of the pore. So you think that all of these products, like the Beyonce products and all of the things, are, oh my God, I put this on my hair and it helped my hair grow. No, it didn't. That hair was there anyway, but it couldn't come up because the environment of your scalp was not verdant. It was not sustainable of life. So that's why the hair wasn't coming out. But we've already went over all of these women who have retained healthy length wearing weaves. And the thing is, the same amount of tension that she's putting on her hair is the same amount of tension that you get with a sew-in. And the difference is the person who puts it in. For example, your weave is going to come out a little different based on the type of thread that you use. Most professional cosmetologists don't use cotton thread. We use nylon or silk thread, or a mix of nylon and silk. So absolutely not. Your hair is not more damaged after a weave. And who's saying that you're not keeping your hair healthy by wearing them? And this is the thing. Just because her hair is long does not mean that it's healthy. I have so many clients that came and sat in my chair whose hair looked just like hers looks right now, and then you straighten it out and you can see through to their soul. Just because you have long hair does not make you an expert on hair care. It doesn't. Just like you deciding to have a pixie cut doesn't mean that you don't know anything about hair. It's not a thing. You having hair on your head, which is something that God made naturally to grow, you having long hair does not make you an expert on hair growth, clearly.
So women come frequent like flight mileage. It ain't no secret. I might holler, but
This says take down my bundles with me. Now let's look at this, because look at her leave out. Let girl. Oh, thank you, TikTokery. Listen, this is her natural hair. She got bundles to match her natural hair. Somebody said, what's the point of extensions? Because the same way that you don't feel like doing your hair, which is crazy to me, the same women who only shampoo or only want to do their hair once a month are asking a woman with hair this long why she decides to wear a weave. And what did I say? A quick weave. This is so quick and easy to take out. And if she put it on right, she's going to be able to rinse it out. She's gonna be able to rinse it out. Like, what are we talking about? What are we do we have to keep having these conversations? Do we have to keep having these conversations? Every woman with long hair does not want to have her hair out all the time. But see, the thing is, most women fantasize and have parasocial relationships with women who have really long hair. Only a woman without super duper long hair is gonna ask another woman, what was the point? What was the point of you wearing the weave? What was the point of you having a quick weave? If you have hair like hers, you understand why a quick weave is easier, because she doesn't necessarily want to do her hair all the time, not every day of the week. But her natural hair is even more beautiful than the extensions that she had in her hair. Do you think that this beautiful woman doesn't love herself? Do you think that the reason that she decides to not wear sew-ins, I mean, not wear her natural hair, is she doing this because she don't love herself? She looks like an African goddess. Do you hear me? Look at, or maybe Egyptian, the original Egyptians. It wasn't in Egypt. It was Kenya. That's what she looked like. Okay, God damn it, that's what she looked like. Lord, talk about, oh, love yourself, take care of your own hair. Girl, hush your face. That's what you do. That's what you do when you take out your weave of 3 months and your hair is grown. What are we, do we gotta keep, do we have to keep having these conversations? And we keep going over all of these black women that wear weaves. Do you think she doesn't love herself, or do you think it was easier for her not to have to do her hair every day? How much my hair has grown from quick weaves. What are we, why do we got to keep having these conversations? Are we still saying black women don't love themselves? Huh? If she puts the quick weave back in, does she not love herself, or does she just want a little break?
Thing is, I'm not judging anybody because I didn't say girls who wear weaves are ugly. I didn't say anything about girls who wear weaves or who don't wear weaves. All I said is a lot of our black men, they don't like women who wear weaves for many reasons. Not like it's not about them being like in a romantic relationship. I'm not even talking about that. So it don't have anything to revolve around what a man's likes. That's not what I said. Y'all don't listen. Y'all just like to do this. Sometimes you just need to do this and be quiet. But see, the thing is, I'm not judging anybody because I didn't say girls who wear weaves are ugly. I didn't.
And do you think men should see us in our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
And do you think men should see us in our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you,
I used to wear so many different colors and styles of braids, red, brown, blonde, different lengths and colors. And now a wig is more of a once in a blue moon type of thing for me. What I had to realize is that a lot of those trending styles don't really do me any justice. For example, I have a very full, youthful looking face, so putting long, straight hair in the middle part just does not look good on me. So even now when I look at those photos of myself, I don't get the strong sense of self that I see now. I think it's kind of the same thing with makeup. A lot of us are realizing that we need very specific ways of doing our makeup or it's just not going to look good on our face. I still do think it's a beautiful thing to be creative with your hair, but low key, I think we all kind of gravitate towards the same styles anyway, just variations under the same umbrella. And now that I wear my natural hair, my yield is higher. So take with that what you will. I used to wear so many different.
And one thing that I do want to point out, this is the research scientist in me. This doesn't have anything to do with her. This is a absolutely beautiful woman. But I want you all to make the connection between your skin and the way that you wear your hair. All of those oils and greases and butters that you're putting the co-washing that you're doing, the lack of proper scalp cleansing that you're doing, it directly affects your skin, right? So that most people think that they have super duper oily skin, but you actually don't. You just put so much oil and so much grease in your hair and so much product in your hair that it's all over your skin, it's within your pores, and you have a lot of acne. Sometimes it turns into cystic acne, but the majority of the time, especially with the dermatologists that I work with, when my patients change their regimen, when they stop putting oils and greases and butters in their hair, their skin changes drastically. This type of person, these are the people that I believe, because when a sew-in is put in the right way, whether it is a sew-in with a natural part, whether it's a sew-in with a closure, you are able to retain length. And the only time that your edges and your perimeter is breaking off is if it's not installed properly. But there are plenty of women that wear wigs on a regular basis and who wear weaves on a regular basis that have long and beautiful hair under the weave. This says what's under your sew-in. And again, you'll see different videos that are like, oh my God, weaves are damaging. And it's so messed up when a Black woman wears weaves. I want to see your real hair. And what most people don't understand, a lot of cosmetologists, myself included, we were doing full sew-ins on women whose natural hair looks just like this.
So when people assume that Black girls can't grow hair, I be very perplexed, because why did she come in with a bust down and want a bust down? And I know a lot of the girlies be wanting to tussle when their clients come in with this much hair and they don't tell them beforehand. But to me, it's actually like I low-key be honored, because you want me to actually show you that I do magic. Okay, bet, because I'm going to get it flat, right, and braided down every single time. And when I was doing her hair, we was having a little discussion. And we want to know, why do some of y'all hairstylists be mad when y'all client come in and might have very long or very thick hair, and then y'all be mean to them, treat them like trash, giving them trash braid downs, or just act like y'all don't want to do their hair? Yes, it might take a little more time, but that's why, especially when I have new clients, I always prepare myself for whatever is coming through the door, because you literally never know. And I always want you to leave looking good, feeling good, and better than you was before you came. When people assume...
Now listen, I know that sometimes y'all may feel away, but when I make comments whenever somebody's like, oh, all hairstylists are bad and stuff like that and they're rude, yes, they are. And oh my God, every chance that I get, I can promise you that I'm gonna say something to these ratchet ass cosmetologists. We will look at some of them next, but this is not one of them. When I tell you to find a good one, these are the good ones that I am talking about. And did you see how long this woman's hair was? This woman has hair down her back, okay, Poca Lahanis, and you know that it's hers. And she got every drop of her hair braided up with a closure. You know why? Women with long hair do not feel like being in their hair 24/7. Y'all all bald because of that. Or you have a bunch of women that are natural that's like, oh my God, Indian women, they always use oils and greases and butters in their hair. They especially use oils, Ayurveda. Indian women use Ayurvedic medicine and they always oil and grease their scalp, and their hair is super long. Videos like this, regardless of people's opinion, this will offend most, but most Black women, they reflect the hate that they have within themselves onto everybody else to infer that Black women are the only women who wear hair extensions, and it is not true. You guys also think that Black women are the only ones experiencing thinning and balding and all of the things, but when you look online and you're looking for things that don't just validate you, but when you're following the science and looking for the proof, you can clearly see it. But the thing is, the self-hatred is so deep that you will say, oh, these are things that only happen to Black women and only Black women wear hair extensions. And as a professional cosmetologist, well, as a retired cosmetologist, I can tell you that Black women are not the only women that experience thinning and balding. Black women are not the only ones that wear wigs and weaves for comfort and peace. We're not. We're not the only ones, but we are the only ones that shame each other. We are the only ones that tell each other that God doesn't love us because we decide to wear extensions or pieces. And one thing that I want you to notice, all of the extensions that they're putting on are removable. So they're using extensions, absolutely, but they're not leaving it in that long. And if they do, they get the same type of matting and tangling that you guys got, which is something that I displayed earlier. So the next time you hear somebody say, oh, black women and they're going bald because of their weaves and it's the curse. I heard somebody say black women are cursed and that's why they're balding. So what is her excuse? And so everybody that wants to follow Ayurvedic medicine and all of the things, I need you to understand that the women who you got it from, they are dealing with the same type of thinning and balding from adding oils and things of that nature to the scalp. It is a fact. But keep on following the leader. But look for the facts as you do it, please. But the reality of the situation is, right, as a research scientist, I can 100% with 100% certainty tell you that black women are not the only group of women experiencing balding, thinning, and things of that nature. However, black women are the only group of people that shame their women for wearing weaves or extensions. Black women are also the only group that shame their men for wearing toupees or hair pieces. So again, the problem is always coming from inside the house, because regardless of what anybody has to say, weaves and all and frontals and all of the things are not directly the cause. The cause is the fact that like I told you in multiple videos, links in the description boxes below, women fought so that they do not have to go to cosmetology school and learn anything about the human body. I need you to understand that most people that are doing your weaves are licensed braiders, not cosmetologists, and there is a difference. This is the main reason why the majority of the time when you go into a hair salon, you have to come with your hair clean, because it is against the law for a braider to shampoo and blow dry your hair. It is beyond their scope of practice, so they can't do it. So that's one of the biggest telltale signs, right? But again, we're constantly making these comments. Damage that's coming from sewing your weaves. Where is it all coming from? How I grew my hair this long by sewing it up in a weave for the past 5 years, but took my weave out today. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And I'll stand on that 10 toes down until the world blow. But we're not gonna do now that black women are leaving Team Natural, and now that black women are coming back over saying, okay, maybe relaxers aren't bad if I do it right. Maybe color isn't bad if I do it right. Maybe extensions aren't bad if I do it right. What we're not gonna do is demonize the types of extensions and weaves that black women have been doing for decades. Because I don't care what none of y'all are talking about. There is nothing that retains the length better than a sew-in done the right way. And I stand on that 10 toes down. And anybody that disagree can bite me, okay? If you haven't had a good sew-in, you haven't found somebody to give you the results that these women have. And that's just that on that. And people wonder why I swear by quick weaves for length retention. What did I just say? Harpo, I don't know this woman. But when we're talking about weaves, when we're talking about hair extensions or weaves, different things that let you put your hair up and not touch it, these are the things that retain length. And just like her with her quick weave, I'm sure she had leave out and everything, but she doesn't have any breakage or any damage. We're not just going to say, oh, weaves break your hair off. No, you broke your hair off with whatever you was doing to the leave out. But when we're sitting here talking about weaves and of whether or not weaves and hair extensions break hair off, absolutely not. A sew-in or a quick weave is one of the best protective styles that a black woman could ever get. And braids come up under that. I'm sorry, because there's so much there. I already did a video on that, link in the description box below. But I just wanted to stop. How is your hair after a weave? Best it's been ever. What are we talking about? And as you can see, this is somebody with a different texture. This weave has been in, let me see.
Her hair is so, oh my gosh, she's pulling. So this weave has been in for about 7 or 8 months. Overall, she's been wearing weaves for over a decade, and her hair is so long and so beautiful. So I kind of talked her into just wearing her natural hair. And she recently hit me up and was like, let's do it. So we did a test strand, and she wanted to be like a golden blonde. She did not want to tone her hair. This is the color that she loves. And so this is what we did. Her hair is very fine at the top, so she insisted we put a closure at the top of her head. Look, 38 inches. And so this is what she wanted. She wanted me to put the closure, and so I did it. Thank you. So this week has...
So I'm going to constantly ask you again, over and over again, why are we constantly saying that wigs and sew-ins are damaging to the hair and they break off hair? It's absolute BS. It is. And one thing that I find really funny and really interesting is these women will say these things and scream it from the mountaintop, and it's almost like we are living in two separate realities, because this is the same TikTok that the very first woman was talking about how damaging wigs and weaves and things of that nature are. I also want to point out, I'm almost positive that this isn't a Black woman. I'm almost positive, but I could be wrong. Okay, she could be biracial, but I just want to put that out there. It's not a Black thing. There are so many women that wear sew-ins on a regular basis, and no, she's probably a Black woman. But that's neither here nor there. Remember the whole point of this video: sew-ins are bad. They're the devil. Regret getting a quick weave because. Now, first of all, let's talk about a couple of things. Let's look at this quick weave, and let's say it looked like you ain't combed it in a couple of days. You using a whole bunch of water on it. This is probably your normal routine and pattern. So if we look at her edges, you just watched another woman with super long, healthy hair take down a quick weave. Now look at the way she's taking it out. She's ripping it out. She's ripping it out. And that just hurt. So did the quick weave damage her hair? Or did she damage her hair if she gets damage from it? Yeah, because she even ripped that out. She's not taking it down right. Yeah. So again, is the quick weave damaging, or is the person who has the quick weave and who's taking the quick weave down damaging their hair? Because you just watched somebody else take down a quick weave and it didn't look anything like this. You just watched somebody else take down a quick weave and theirs didn't look anything like this. So if she's constantly getting styles like this and you look at her perimeter, there's no telling how many times she's taking her extensions out like this. And over time, yes, this will cause thinning, but don't just outright, oh, Black women, the weaves that they wear. No. So I want you to take a look at this. These are multiple women from different races, and everybody has different types of thinning. Let's see, this is a Caucasian woman or a white woman, and this is her density.
Her hair is two synchro clip-ins.
Clip-ins that look like they're growing right out of your scalp.
If your hair is two synchro clip-ins.
Clip-ins that look like they're growing right out of your scalp.
If you've never struggled with your hair, it can be hard to understand how deeply it can affect your mental health. Hair is often tied to beauty, confidence, and femininity. So when you feel like you're lacking something that seems so natural to others, it can make you feel less than. I have struggled with fine, thin hair for years. My whole life, there were definitely ups and downs, so many moments of frustration, and so many times I felt really defeated because it felt like nothing was going to work. I was told stress caused these hair issues, but honestly, the thing stressing me the most was my hair itself. It felt like a cycle I couldn't escape. For a long time, I thought it would never get better until it did. My hair is still extremely fine and it can still break really easily, but I've learned how to care for it way better. But most importantly, I feel like I'm way more confident than I ever have been in my entire life when it comes to my hair. I want to help other women going through the same thing feel less alone. And by no means do I think that I can dramatically change your hair to be a lot thicker, but I think that I can really help you feel way more confident with the hair that you've been given.
Of my thin ass hair recently went viral, and the amount of people telling me to cut a bob because my ends are, translucent, don't understand that my whole head is translucent. Babe, cutting a bob would just give me less no hair. I know I have no hair, but cutting it up to here would just give me less. It took me so long to grow my hair. I get trims. I'm like a warrior fighting for my life in the comments section. Like, I moisturize. I have all of the expensive hair products that a girl could buy. Hair masks. I wear the silk bonnet, double lined. I do the scalp serum. I do literally everything correctly. This is just my hair. A video of my thin ass hair recently went viral, and the amount of people telling me to cut.
There's nothing wrong with that. Most people have either low, medium, or high density hair. A lot of the women that you guys idolize actually have just high density hair. So there's actually nothing wrong with this woman's hair. She just has lower density, and there's nothing that she can do about it.
When you're on the thin side of fine hair and you're on a hair growth journey, you absolutely have to just start over sometimes. When you can see through the ends to where you can see my hand, there is nothing able to salvage this hair. No product, no styling opportunities. All you have to do is give it a fresh start over, and you will see how much thicker instantly this looks. And from now on, she can focus on growing her hair thicker and fuller.
And as you can see, the density in her hair matches the density of some black women's hair who decide that they want their hair more full and thicker. Just like this woman's hair that you've just seen, her hair doesn't look damaged. Her density is just not as full as she wants, right? When we're talking about hair, you have low, medium, and high density hair. Some of them would be, I'll put on under them which level they fall into in density, and the majority of women who have hair extensions have anywhere between low and medium density hair. Most women with high density hair, if they're getting extensions, if they're getting additional hair, normally they're getting it for it to be up so it's out of their way, or for length, right? But the majority of people with thinner hair are doing it for volume. This is the difference between extensions and weaves. For a long time, black women were trying to make everything into a racial thing. Oh my God, why are they saying it's a difference between extensions and weaves? Because there is. Both words mean exactly like they sound. When you get extensions, you're extending your own hair. You're leaving your hair out and you're extending it in length. When you get a weave, your actual hair is braided up. And then there are different forms of weaving. You can have the type of weave with a natural part. You can have the type of weave with a closure. You can have 2 parts. You can do a quick weave. There are so many different types of weaving methods that you can do. But extensions are extending your own hair. So your micro links, your tape-ins, your clip-ins, all of those things will be considered extensions versus, like I just said, your sew-ins, your quick weaves, your full sew-ins with lace closures, even weaves and things of that nature. If you sew it on, that could be put in the weaving category, right? But ain't nobody saying nothing to you about messing with that dusty dude Quan again. So why you got something to say about women and how they want to wear their weaves? Ain't nobody tell you that. No, why the men want to be talking about, oh, I like women with weaves. Ain't nobody say nothing to you about dating nobody with no BBL, so don't say nothing to nobody about their weaves, huh? And all of the men that want to get a unit, let me tell you something. Some of these male units be looking damn good. I don't mean it like that. I'm happily married. Thank you very much. I just mean the professionals that do it, they look damn good. Because balding and alopecia and different things like that are real.